What's up, beefcakes? You've seen with the recent strikes from the writers and the actors, Hollywood clearly sucks. But their Chris's don't. So we're going to talk about Hollywood Chris's, and we're going to talk about what their best movies are. We're going to start with Chris Evans. I would say his best movie is Snowpiercer. As far as his performance goes, I think it's really great. I think it's really solid. There's a very, I won't spoil the movie, but there's a very not iconic, but a memorable scene with his acting, talking about how desperate he is in terms of food. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think he's really great. And he's not the best part of the movie. It's clearly Bong Joon-ho and his incredible set pieces that I think are really fantastic. In fact, I think Tilda Swinton, who is there very briefly, gives the best performance in the movie. But I think it's really great, and you should watch it if you haven't seen it. Moving on to Chris Pratt. It's another great movie from the year 2013, Her. Her is a beautiful love story about AI and people. It's aged pretty well, surprisingly, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful film. Chris Pratt is only in it for a little bit, but he's a very pleasant surprise. I would say maybe my favorite thing he's ever done is Parks and Rec, but my favorite movie of his is definitely Her. The next Chris is Chris Pine. My favorite Chris Pine movie would have to be Hell or High Water. That movie rocks, and I think he's the best actor of all the four main Chris's, and it's a really, really awesome neo-western, very much like No Country for Old Men, even though I would say I like Hell or High Water maybe just a little more than No Country for Old Men. For Chris Hemsworth, I'm gonna just say Endgame, because he's not in that many good movies. I will give a shout out to Black Hat, a Michael Mann movie that a lot of people don't love, but I think is pretty cool. And he's not bad in it at all. I think he should definitely play Val Kilmer's character in the Heat sequel. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Of all the Chris's, he's probably the least impressive and the least interesting. I would love to see him on like a prestige drama. I feel like it would probably be basic. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be that interesting. Oh, he did that one movie with Miles Teller. Yeah, Obviously, those four white guys are not the only Chris's in Hollywood, so I'm also going to give a shout out to Chris Rock. My favorite movie of his is probably Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. This is the first movie I ever saw in the theaters, and his performance as Marty is iconic. It is going to go down as one of the greatest voice acting performances of all time. I think it's really fantastic. I think it's really funny, and there are some emotional scenes, and I think he does a great job. Obviously, he's not going to make me cry, but for what the movie is, he works really well, and I really love his performance as well. For Chris Tucker, I'm going to say Rush Hour or Jackie Brown. Rush Hour, I don't remember that well because it's been forever since I've seen it, but I remember really liking Rush Hour. And then Jackie Brown, he's in it for one scene. He's really great in that one scene. But it's not really a Chris Tucker movie, so I don't know if that's fair. Either one of the two. For Chris Messina, I'm going to say Argo. Is Argo a good movie? Yeah. Do I remember Chris Messina in it? No. For Chris Cooper, I'm gonna go with Jarhead. He plays a sergeant in that movie. I remember him being fine. He's given many great performances in movies like Adaptation and American Beauty. I think he's really great in it, but of all the movies he's been in, I actually really like Jarhead. Don't sleep on Jarhead if you haven't seen it. For Chris Farley, he hasn't been in that many movies, let alone like the star of them, but I would say Billy Madison. He's a bus driver in that movie. He's in it very briefly, but he's hilarious, and I love that movie. Such a good comedy. You gotta see Billy Madison. I think it's Adam Sandler's best movie. If Adam Sandler was a Chris, I might pick Billy Madison. Yes, over Punch Drunk Love. Over Uncut Gems. Yes, I said it. Alright, so those are all the Chris's and what I think is their best movies. Let me know in the comments what your favorite movies are from these actors. Which ones do you think are not as good? Which one do you think are... Who are the good Chris's? Who are the bad Chris's? What are the good Chris movies out there? What are the... Have I missed any Chris's? Which Chris's did I not say? I decided not to go with the Christophers. I wanted to go with Chris. So yeah, let me know. Let me know everything. Let me know your life story in the comments. And I will see you later.